Karen had truly outdone herself this time. She decided to set up a zip line across my property, apparently thinking it was harmless fun or some new community amenity. What she didn't realize was that it was a dangerous trespass, and that I had no intention of letting her turn my ranch into her personal playground. I first noticed the zip line when my security cameras picked up unusual activity near the treeline bordering the northern pasture. Karen, wearing her trademark HOA badge, was perched in a tree, attempting to secure cables across the property. I immediately called the sheriff to report illegal trespassing and potential safety violations. As I drove over to confront her, I saw her instructing a small group of HOA volunteers, all with harnesses, helmets, and clipboards. "This is going to be amazing," she shouted. "Once it's finished, we'll all have access to a zip line from the edge of the ranch to the creek." I parked my truck, stepped out, and waved politely. "Karen, step away from my property. That zip line is on my land, and you have zero authority to install it." She spun around, feigning indignation. "I'm the HOA president. We're just improving the community. You can't stop us." I shook my head. "No, you can't. This is trespassing and unsafe. I've already notified the sheriff. If anyone uses this zip line without permission, they're liable for criminal trespass and endangerment." Karen, ever the drama queen, didn't retreat. Instead, she motioned for one of her volunteers to test the line mid-installation. The volunteer, dangling precariously, began sliding down, right into the path of my security sensors. I took a deep breath and calmly walked over to the main cable. With one swift motion, I cut it. Karen gasped as her volunteer landed safely in the creek below, shocked but unharmed. "You can't. You just cut the zip line." I calmly adjusted my hat and said, "I own this land. Any installation of structures, zip lines, or recreational equipment without my consent is illegal. Consider this your only warning." The sheriff arrived shortly after, drawn by the security alert. Karen tried to explain, waving papers and insisting she had community rights, but the officer simply shook his head. "Ma'am," the deputy said, "this is private property. You were trespassing and endangering others. Any further attempts to install structures or equipment without permission will result in arrest." Karen's mouth opened and closed, but no words came out. Her authority had evaporated in the face of law, safety concerns, and clear property rights. To prevent further attempts, I reinforced signage around the northern treeline and creek area. Private property, no trespassing. No ziplines or structures without owner consent. HOA rules do not apply. By the end of the day, the cables were removed, her volunteers gone, and Karen fuming at the edge of the property, powerless. The ranch remained safe, intact, and free from absurd community improvements that could have endangered anyone. Once again, Karen had learned the hard way. My land, my rules, my authority. HOA power ends where private property begins, and any attempt to ignore that comes with consequences.